The legend of the Cunningham sisters of Millbrook Inn. The fire crackled, sending sparks spiraling into the night sky. The group of campers leaned closer, their faces lit by the orange glow. The storyteller's voice dropped low, steady, and deliberate. "You've all heard of Millbrook Inn, haven't you?" A few shook their heads. One of the younger campers whispered, "Is that the place they say is haunted?" The storyteller nodded. "Haunted, cursed, abandoned, call it what you like. But the tale of the Cunningham sisters is one you'll never forget once you've heard it." The woods grew quieter, as if even the crickets were listening. Back in the late 1800s, Millbrook Inn was the pride of the countryside. Travelers came from miles around to rest there. It was run by the Cunningham family, and at the heart of it all were the two daughters, Elena and Margaret. They were beautiful, kind, and inseparable. Guests often said the sisters were like two halves of the same soul. Elena was the elder, graceful and soft-spoken, while Margaret was lively, quick to laugh, and full of fire. Together, they made the inn feel alive. But as with many stories, happiness doesn't last forever. One autumn, a traveling merchant arrived at the inn. He was charming, with a smile that made both sisters blush. Elena was the first to catch his eye, or so the guests believed. But Margaret wanted him too. Some say the sisters quarreled in whispers behind closed doors. Others claim they never fought at all, that something darker was at work, a curse that had followed the Cunningham bloodline for generations. Whatever the truth, the tension grew. Then came the storm. It was a night of howling winds and rain that lashed against the windows. Guests huddled in their rooms, listening to the thunder. Around midnight, a scream tore through the inn. Some swore it was Elena's voice. Others insisted it was Margaret's. When the storm passed, the merchant was gone. So were both sisters. Their father, the innkeeper, searched every room, every hallway, every inch of the grounds. Nothing, not a trace. By morning, he locked the doors of Millbrook Inn and never opened them again. He died a broken man, refusing to speak of what happened that night. The storyteller paused, letting the silence sink in. The fire popped loudly, making one of the campers flinch. But that wasn't the end, not by a long shot. Years later, when curious souls dared to sneak into the abandoned inn, they told of strange things: footsteps echoing in empty hallways, soft weeping near the guest rooms, and in the east wing, a tall mirror where two pale figures sometimes appeared. Two sisters, standing side by side, but only one of them ever looked directly at you. And then there's the warning. If you stay overnight at Millbrook Inn, the sisters will come. One will stand at the foot of your bed, silent, watching. The other will lean close and whisper your name in the dark. If you answer her, you'll never leave. Some say the sisters are still searching for the merchant. Others believe they're jealous of the living, desperate to drag someone else into their fate. But everyone agrees on one thing: on stormy nights, if you look up at the inn's windows, you'll see two candle flames flickering upstairs. The Cunningham sisters, waiting for their next guest. The storyteller leaned back, letting the firelight dance across their face. So, if you ever find yourself near Millbrook Inn and the storm clouds roll in, don't look too long at the windows. And whatever you do, don't answer if you hear your name. The woods were silent. Then, from the darkness, a twig snapped. One of the campers gasped, and the fire burned lower.